absolutely love days like this. We have here the new Audi R8 V10 with its 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. And sitting over there is Chris, the road test editor from Superbike magazine, on a 1200cc V-twin Ducati Diavel, which costs 16 grand. It's got 162 horsepower and it weighs 234 kilograms, so it has very nearly 700 horsepower per tonne, which is just about twice as much as the Audi. However, the R8 has a few tricks up its sleeve, like its four-wheel drive system, like its traction control system, and I would expect the Audi to get dropped initially, to then get really, really badly spanked by the Ducati up to about 100, 120, and then maybe start to make its way back beyond 120, beyond 130, and then really pull back ground under brakes. But I don't really know what's going to happen, so let us see. 0 to 150 to 0. Audi R8 V10 versus Ducati Diavel. 1, 2, 3. However, he got to 150 well ahead of me, definitely. Well, he definitely got to about 130 before me. But the Audi was just starting to come back, and I definitely came to a stop sooner than Chris. That's really interesting. I actually think the Audi has gone just slightly quicker on overall time. That's mad. We'll have to have a look at the data to see, but basically what it felt like was that the Ducati absolutely flies away to begin with, even though the R8's four-wheel drive and has traction control, etc. The bike's got traction control as well, actually, but I don't think he's using it. And it's got ABS, and I don't think he's using that either. But to begin with, the bike just goes, and then it goes even further away, and then at about 120-ish, it just feels as if the Audi is starting to come back. Or basically the Audi is not really stopping accelerating, whereas the bike, the Diavel, because it hasn't got a kind of classic superbike fairing, it's not as aerodynamic when you get into really big speeds over about 120-30. So I'm absolutely sure that the R8 is coming back at it. And under brakes, the car is definitely quicker. It has to be. I will eat my left arm if the R8 hasn't out-braked the Ducati by a fair bit. Well, that's certainly how it looked on that run. Gosh, it was a lot closer than I thought, though. That's mad. We have to have a look at the data. So go on then, what is the damage?
So the damage on here.
Well, what's the best that the Audi's done?
Okay, so far, out of the Audi R8, we've managed to see 0 to 100 in 7.7 seconds.
Yeah.
0 to 150 in 17.5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the full 0 to 150 to 0 in 25.59 seconds.
25.5 with 8 seconds to get from 150 to 0.
Yeah.
And your best run, which you've just done on
the Diavel we've just seen,
is
0 150 back
I'm not worried about that. The overall time. 25.7.
25.7.
What was this? 25.6.
25.6.
So this is 1/10.
0.1.
1/10.
Quicker.
1/10 of a second.
That's probably it's probably wind resistance on my hair.
I don't believe that. That's mad, because when you're doing
close.
But when you're doing it, the bike just disappears away from this.
Yeah, it's that when you pull the graphs up, it's that last little bit from 100 miles an hour up to 150.
Yeah.
And you look here, and as this graph climbs up, you see there the bike levels out.
That is the one bit.
It keeps going, and that's where
the
car
one bit
claws it back.
where it feels like I'm reeling you back in. I'm amazed by that.
Bike rolls off.
I have to say, I thought the car would get trapped.
It does to 100.
Yeah, I suppose 100 to 150 is not that relevant when it comes to
Real world testing.
public road driving, I suppose. But anyway.
If you can find me a set of traffic lights where I can race you from 100 to 150, then I'll give you the victory.
Traffic lights in the sky. Great, excellent. Mate, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good day. Cheers.